bending, and twisting. Okay, so that are the four basic types or forms of your deformation. Okay, so next, number 2, so another objective. So what is the unit of modulus of elasticity? Ayan, so ginagamit po natin ito sa pagsosolve ng problems. Okay, so answer there is Pascal. Okay, so letter C. Ayan, so we know that the modulus of elasticity, so yan po yung E natin. Okay, so another name for the modulus of elasticity is the Young's modulus. Okay, so that would be your number 2. So kung wala si Pascal sa choices, pwede yung Newton per square meter. Okay, so or pwede rin si PSI. Yan, Pascal or PSI. Okay, so next, number 3, solving. Okay, so determine the force required to punch a 1/2 inch hole on a 3/8 thick plate if the ultimate shearing strength of the plate is 50,000 PSI. Okay, so in here, so we have your simple stress, no? And then given is shearing strength. Okay, so na-discuss nung lecture na kapag shearing strength yung ginagamit, use the formula for area which is pi dt. Okay, so again, so using the formula for simple stress, so we have your stress that is equivalent to your force divided by your area. Okay, so again, so since that is a shearing stress, so our area would be pi times the diameter times your thickness. Okay, so direct substitution, so kompleto na. Tangerine, so given ay ultimate shearing, pero wala po tayong binigay na safety factor. Okay, so therefore, assume natin na safety factor natin is 1. So from that, yung shearing, ultimate shearing is also the allowable strength natin. Okay, so anyway, so substitute, so we are looking for the force. From that, so we have your 50,000 and PSI. Okay, so that is also pound force per square inch. Sige, divide na lang natin siya ng 1. Okay, so since wala pong binigay na safety factor, so again, assume natin na 1. Okay, kasi sa formula natin, so ito yung allowable. Okay, so this is equivalent to the unknown force divided by your pi. Okay, so and then the diameter given, so to punch a 1/2 inch hole. Okay, so di ba default natin, so pag wala pong binanggit na given or na kung ano pong kung walang binanggit no na diameter or radius given yung cross section my circle, so always assume diameter. Parang ito, so 1/2 inch hole. Okay, walang binanggit na radius or diameter, so assume diameter. Okay, so pi multiplied by 1/2 inch. Okay, and then also that is multiplied by your thickness, which is 3/8. Okay, so unit analysis, so inches square will cancel out with inches square. Okay, so from that, so the unknown would be, okay, so calculate, so we have your pi times 0.5 times 3/8 and then times 50,000. Okay, so answer there is 29,452.43 pounds. Okay, so as you can see, engineers, choices, wala po siya, no? Okay, so therefore, so tama naman yung ginawa natin, so we are very confident with that. So therefore, ang gagawin natin is troubleshoot. Okay, so troubleshoot po. And sa pag-troubleshoot, so wala po tayong constant na steps, no? So as you can see in the choices, sobrang lalayo. So ibig sabihin, hindi natin pwedeng troubleshoot si choices. But rather, so we can troubleshoot the given. Ayan, so gusto natin pababain, no? So para bumaba, okay, kasi mababa yung nasa choices. So ang pwede nating i-troubleshoot, syempre, is the stress. Okay, so troubleshoot. Okay, so dapat yung given po na stress natin is equivalent to 40,000 PSI. Kasi di ba naituro na, so sa mga ibang subjects, so pag nag-troubleshoot tayo, so ibase rin natin minsan sa keyboards, okay, kung ano yung malapit na number. Parang yan, so 50,000, so katabi niya is 40,000. Okay, so hindi naman natin pwedeng ipalit na 60,000 kasi mas tataas pa ulit. Okay, so therefore, the most possible there is 40K. Okay, so let's try. So 40,000. Yan, divide natin, again, safety factor of 1, so it is also equivalent to your force. Okay, then divided by pi, and then times 1/2, and then times 3/8. Let's try. So, from here, meron na tayong sagot. Okay, so palitan lang natin yung 50K ng 40K. Okay, so answer there is 23,561. Okay, 561.94 pound force. Ayan, so from the choices, it corresponds to your letter A. Okay, so therefore, tama yung pinag-troubleshoot natin. Okay, so that's your number 3. Yan, so pag may nakitang troubleshoot na problem, so parang sa or sa board exam, okay, so ang magandang gawin is skip mo muna. Okay, kasi baka sayang yung time, masyadong malalim yung troubleshoot niya. Okay, skip mo muna, tapos punta ka sa mga ibang numbers, and then kung may time pa, so try mong i-figure out. Okay, so that's number 3. Next one. Okay, so let's solve your number 4. Okay, so a copper column of annular cross-section. So, yung ibig sabihin, engineers, ng annular cross-section is ring shape. Okay, so ring shape po yung cross-section natin. So, ibig sabihin, hollow po ito. Okay, hollow. Has an outer diameter D2 of 5 meters and is subjected to an axial loading of 200 kilonewton. So, the allowable compressive stress is 14.4 kPa. The wall thickness T should be most nearly blank. Okay? And so, sabi natin nung lecture, kapag hollow, so, gagamitin natin is either yung pi dt or yung outside square minus inside square. Again, keyword, so if you have axial loading or pwede rin makakita ng tensile or compressive. Okay, so then use yung pi over 4 outside minus inside. Okay, so then also sabi niya ring shape, no? So, yan yung keyword for annular cross-section. So anyway, so we have this stress again. So simple stress that is equivalent to your force per area. Okay, so force divided by area. Okay, and so ilagay na lang natin dito. So again, so we have your hollow cross-section and then we have your axial or compressive. Okay, so compressive stress. So therefore, I will use pi over 4 times the outside square minus your inside square. Dito T2. Okay, so anyway, so ganyan na lang, outside tsaka inside. Okay, so ang hinahanap natin is the thickness. So again, so we have a relationship. Okay, so pwede nating palitan si outside diameter as your inside and then plus twice of your thickness. Okay, so given pala yung outer diameter. So ang gagawin ko na lang is palitan ko si inside. Okay, in terms with outside diameter and then thickness. Okay, so from that, so we can now substitute. So as you can see on the choices, naka-meters. Okay, so kaya ang gagawin natin, so magbase tayo sa meters. Okay, so we have your stress, 14.4. And times 10 raised to 3. So since kilo. Okay, so pascals, again, that is also Newton per square meter. Okay, so this one is equivalent to, so we have given force. Also 200 times 10 raised to 3 in newtons. So divided by pi over 4. So multiplied by our outside diameter, so which is 5. So naka-meters na rin po. Okay, so squared minus the inside. But again, the inside is also 5 meters, which is the outside, minus twice of the thickness. Squared. Ayan, so engineers, so no need to simplify, no? So basta isang unknown na lang po yan. So kahit wag mo nang i-simplify, so yan na po ang ilagay mo sa calcu. Okay, so shift solve. Okay, so thickness now would be, then ituro na yan, no, since algebra. Para mapabilis yung calculation ni shift solve, so maglagay ka ng limit. Okay, so yung limit, ibase mo doon sa choices. Okay, so we have your pi over 4, then multiplied by 5 square. Okay, so then minus 5 minus 2x. Okay, so 5 square, then 5 minus 2x, so square. And shift solve. Let's say 1. Okay, so answer there would be 1.15 meters. Tama naman, no, yung ginawa natin. Okay, so therefore, we will use, or we will get the nearest answers, which is letter C. And then, engineers, also tama yan kasi sabi niya most nearly. So, ibig sabihin, round off. Okay, most nearly. Okay, so that should be letter C. Okay, sige po, paki-take note. So that's your number 4. Okay, so ang ginagawa lang natin dito sa strength of materials, yung mga basic foundations lang, no? Kasi ito ay major ng civil. Okay? And so kaya yung mga possible lang na ibigay sa board exam, mga direct sub, so wag na po yung mga sobrang higher topics, kumbaga. Okay, so next, number 5. Set objective. So where do stress, concentration occur? Okay, so para sa akin, ganito yung mga mahihirap no, na objectives. Okay, yung may mga 1, 2, 3. Lalong-lalo na, syempre, pag hindi or wala kang concept or wala kang knowledge. Okay, so doon sa tanong. So buti sana kung ito, no? So pwede nating i-analyze. Okay? So ang sagot dyan, so where do stress concentration occur? Okay, so answer there is concentration. So ibig sabihin sa isang point, no? Keyword mo dyan, concentrated, syempre. Okay, so meron yang 1 automatically. Okay? Okay, so therefore, the answer there, so concentrated loads and so hindi naman na pwede sa distributed, no? Okay, so concentration, then discontinuities. Okay, so letter B. Kaya nga concentration. Di ba yung concentrated loads, di ba sa isang point lang, ganyan. Okay, so pag sinabi nating distributed loads, from the word distributed, ayan. Okay, and so analysis. And so that's your number 5. Okay, next one, so number 6. Okay, so what is most nearly? Again, most nearly po ulit, so meaning, round off. Okay, so the maximum allowable load of F with a cross-section, 125 millimeters each side. If the factor of safety is 1.5 and compressive yield stress, okay, is 20,670 kPa. Okay, sige, i-define lang natin, engineers, no, kasi baka ibigay sa objective. So ano ba yung pagkakaiba, sir, ng yield stress at saka ng ultimate stress? Okay, kasi di ba from your lecture, so meron kayong ginamit na ultimate, meron din yung yield. Okay, so si yield stress, ito yung minimum stress. Okay, so kuha na lang po ng keywords. So minimum stress at which a solid, okay, so at which a solid will undergo permanent deformation. Okay, so we'll undergo permanent deformation. Okay, so deformation or plastic. Okay, so or plastic flow without a significant. So wag mo nang i-memorize yan lahat, no? So kuha ka lang ng keyword mo. Pwede na siguro yung minimum stress at which a solid will undergo permanent deformation. Okay? Without a significant increase in the load. Okay, so increase in the load. Okay, so or external force. And so that's the definition, no, so of your yield stress natin. Okay, so when we say ultimate naman, so from the word ultimate, so ibig sabihin pinakamataas, no? Okay, so ultimate stress. Okay, so the definition of this is maximum stress a material can withstand. Okay, ito na lang. Okay, so yan na lang yung keyword nyo. So maximum stress. Okay, so a material could withstand. Okay, kasi mostly nang binibigay po nila ng na question sa strength of materials or ESA sa board exam kapag ang subject ay strength is objective. Okay? Ayan, so kasi nga hindi natin to major, no? So kaya kung meron mang solving, we believe na yung mga direct substitution. So yung mga simple stress, ganyan. Okay, so yung mga shaft formula and so on. Okay, so balik tayo dito. So ang hinahanap po natin is the allowable load. Okay, or that is the F also. Again, so simple stress. So sir, bakit po nasabing simple since compressive? Okay, so that is equivalent to force per area. Okay? Ayan, so again, this is your allowable. So we have given this time, so ang binigay ay yield stress. Okay, so ginagamit natin na formula. So depende lang po yan sa material, kumbaga. Okay? Di ba, yung ginagawa natin, so yung yield, somehow, ipinaparehas na natin siya sa ultimate. Kasi the same lang sa formula. Okay, pero sa definition engineers, magkaiba po siya. Ayan, so again, so solving for allowable, so that is the yield. Okay, yield or maximum. Okay, so divided by our safety factors, we have your 1.5. Okay, so yan, so this is Pascal or Newton per square meter. So this is equivalent to, so wala naman tayong indication, engineers, no, na hollow. And then also, nga po pala sa square cross section. Okay? Ayan, so hindi po siya laging mostly circular in cross section, but sometimes nag-iiba. Okay? Ayan, so be careful with that. So we have your force unknown. And then divided by, so 125 millimeters. Again, unit analysis. So we can convert that. So 125 mm. Okay, convert natin sa meters para mag-cancel yung square meter. Okay, so 1 meter in 1,000 millimeters, then square. Okay, kasi square cross-section, no? Okay, so from that, so we have your 125 over 1,000. Okay, so square and then times 20,670 times 10 raised to 3 over 1.5. Or you can use Shifton. Okay, gawin natin kilonewton, so that is approximately 215.325 or 3125. Okay, kilonewton. So again, so tama po yung solution natin. Okay, so ang hinahanap naman po ay most nearly, so therefore, it is approximately 220 kilonewton. Okay, so from the choices, that is your letter A. Kasi ang tinatanong naman ay maximum, no? Okay, so that's number 6. And so yung quiz natin, so kinuha ko, no, sa mga resources, no, na pinakukuha na ng board exam. So just like Pinoy Bix, Lindyberg, and some other resources. Okay, so that's number 6. Okay, next one. So let's continue to solve. So number 7, another solving. Okay, so ito naman hollow. So ay hollow cylindrical bodies. Okay, so subjected to an axial load of 4.5 kilonewton. So if the inner diameter is 3 millimeters, what should the outer diameter be if it is not to exceed 125 megapascal? Again, so axial. Okay, so ibig sabihin that is simple stress. Okay, so we can either use, okay, hollow po ito, no? So pwede yung pi dt or yung isa. But since axial po yan, so meaning it is either tensile or compressive. If that's the case, so gamitin natin yung outside square minus inside square. Okay, so unit analysis tayo na yung choices, millimeters. So ang gagawin ko na lang, so yung tinuro po natin nung lecture, di ba meron tayong conversion, na yung 1 megapascal is also, okay, so 1,000 Newton or 1 megapascal is also 1 Newton per square millimeter. Okay, so pi over 4. So again, I will use this one since it is an axial stress or axial load. Okay, meaning it can be either tensile or compressive. Okay, so again, so given. Yan, so 125 megapascal. So wala namang sinabi na yan ay ultimate or yield. So meaning that is already your allowable. Again, so 125 megapascal is also 125 Newton per square millimeter. Okay, so yan na po yung gagamitin ko para diretso na tayo sa choices na millimeters. Okay, kung ayaw mo naman, so okay lang. Ang makukuha mo dyan ay meters. Okay, then later on your final answer, divide mo siya. Okay, or multiplyan mo ng 1,000 para maging millimeters. Okay, so again, so this is pi over 4. Okay, so multiplied by, so ang hinahanap na ay outside. So, hindi na natin siya in terms of thickness. And then, given also is inside. Okay? Sorry. So, given pala yung force natin, no? 4.5. Okay, so we have your 4.5 times 10 raised to 3 in newtons. Okay, so newton will cancel out. Okay, so ang matitira ay millimeters. Okay, so again, so shift solve. Okay, so sa ESAS, no? So last subject naman yun na to. So I believe nasanay na sa paggagamit ng shift solve. Okay, ganun din sa EE kasi. So ang gagamitin mo lang na Caltech doon, mostly shift solve tsaka calc. Okay, lalo na si calc. Okay, pagdating sa AC. Okay, so shift solve. Let's say 8. Yan, so answer there is 7.41 millimeters. Okay, so that is letter C. Yan, I hope kabisado naman na natin yung shift solve at saka calc since ilang beses nyo nang kinwis o ilang beses nyo nang ginamit. Okay, so that's number 7. Sige, next. Let's solve your number 8. Okay, so cylinder of diameter 1.0 cm at 30. Okay, so obvious naman tong troubleshoot niya, engineers, no? So that should be 30 degrees Celsius. Okay, so nung board exam, nung I think September 2021, so yung kunwari 9 degrees Fahrenheit dapat, nakaganyan siya. So 9 raised to 1/2. Okay? Ayan, so pero may inspect mo naman yan kasi madaming problems na naging ganito. Okay, kaya kayang i-troubleshoot. So anyway, so to be slide into a hole on a steel plate. So the hole has a diameter of 0.99970 cm at 30 degrees Celsius. Okay, so question, so to what temperature the plate must be heated? So coefficient of linear expansion for the steel is 1.2 times 10 to the negative 5 per degree Celsius. Okay? Ayan, so must be heated. So ibig sabihin, isipin mo kagad, yung sagot mo dyan, syempre papainitin, tataas yung temperature. Okay? Which is, ang hinahanap is the final temperature. Also, malalaman mo din sa coefficient of temperature natin or linear expansion also. And so kung positive yan, so ibig sabihin, mas mataas dapat, no? Or nag-expand siya kapag mainit. Okay? Or mas mataas yung temperature. Okay? Kabaliktaran naman kapag negative. So usually, ano yan? Positive. Okay? Again, so since expansion po ito, so relating with the formula, so we have your elongation, no? So the elongation due to your temperature, so this is equivalent to, so yung mnemonics natin, alat. So alpha, which is the coefficient of temperature or linear expansion also. The initial length, okay, and then the change in temperature. Okay? Ayan, so engineer, si elongation nga po pala, so parehas lang din yan ng change in length, no? Elongation, di ba paghaba? So ibig sabihin, difference din ng final minus initial length. Okay? Ayan, substitute lang po natin. Ayan, so we have your given, so ito, meron tayong initial diameter 1.0, tapos, okay, meron daw tayong butas. Ayan, naging 0.99970. Okay? Therefore, yung ating change in temperature or yung ating change in length is also 1 minus 0.999970. Okay? So, centimeters. Ayan. So, this is equivalent to, so we have given, so linear expansion, so 1.2 times 10 to the negative 5. Okay, so naka per degree Celsius po yan. Okay, so then multiplied by length. Again, so yung length, that is the initial. So dito the same siya sa diameter. So we have your 1 cm. Okay, so since bilog po yan, no? So that is multiplied by the final temperature. So minus the unknown initial temperature. Or sorry, the final temperature minus 30, which is the initial temperature. Okay, again, shift solve. So you have your 1 minus 0.99970. Okay, so this is equivalent to 1.2 times 10 to the negative 5 times 1. Okay, so times x minus 30. Okay, using shift solve. Okay, so answer there is 55 degrees. Kung nalito ka naman, so sir, kasi sabi mo initial yung length. Okay, so try natin na ganito, pabaliktad. Di ba? Ito yung final, ito yung initial. Okay, so as you can see kasi wala po siya sa choices. So wag matakot na mag-trial and error. Okay, so meron naman tayong guide which is the choices. Ganun din. So paano kung ang nilagay mo ay 0.9970? Okay, so shift solve. Okay, parehas lang din, no? So 55 degrees Celsius. Okay, so therefore your answer there is 55 degrees Celsius. Okay, so that is your letter B. Sige, palitan na lang natin ito para mas convincing. Okay, gawin na lang natin yung initial is yung 0.99970. Ayan. Okay, so that's your answer. Sige po, pakitake note. So no need to draw the figure, no? So yun naman yung kagandahan. Mostly. Okay, so sa mga ESA subjects natin. Okay, so basta yung formula na gagamitin mo, i-relate mo siya sa mga given. Okay, and then mas maganda kung nade-determine natin kung anong subject. So basta para doon tayo humugot, no, ng mga formula. Unless na lang syempre yung mechanics, di ba? Usually, lalo na pag summation of forces, kailangan mo ng FBT. Okay, so pero sa strength of material, so usually formula based. Okay, next, most of the problems. Number 9, so strength of materials can most aptly be described as static of deformable. Okay, so answer there would be, it is letter A, so statics of deformable elastic bodies. Deform, no, deform. Okay, so it's elastic. Okay, so next one, so number 10. So it states that the elongation is proportional to the force. Okay, yung elongation daw is proportional to the force. Okay, so di ba ang sagot dyan, engineers, that is the Hooke's law, letter B. Di ba yung formula natin, yung PLAE, no? Okay, so pwede rin nating sabihin, sabi rin ni Hooke's law, okay, so yung stress daw, stress is proportional to strain. Okay, so yan din yung isa pang pwede nating i-conclude, no, or i-define using Hooke's law. So stress is proportional to strain. So si Pascal's law, so alam na po natin yan, no? So from your thermodynamics. Okay, so yung Young's theorem naman, so partial, all about partial derivatives, mathematics. Okay, and then si Farrell's law sa meteorology. So, wala siyang kinalaman sa strength of materials. Base pa lang, no? Okay, so sa ating mga items or mga choices, if you don't know the answer, so siguro pwede kayong process of elimination. So just like si Pascal, no? So wala naman niyang kinalaman. Okay, so sa elongation natin. Okay, so pressure, no, sa Pascal. Okay, so that's your number 10. So next.